Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for watching the Artsy Brain. As you have already read by the title of today's video, I'm gonna be talking about ways to declutter your mind. Most of us have a mind full of clutter, including me. And there is something lot worse than having a cluttered room or a messy room. I say messy room because I'm a cleanliness freak.
If only there were a smaller one to clean this one.
Anyways, moving past that, something worse than having a cluttered room or a messy room is having a cluttered mind. It's so restless and unfocused. So a short disclaimer, and not trying to be some gyani, telling about all these tips. I just want to let you know that I myself try these ways, and realizing how it has helped me a lot, I decided to, share with you people. So in case you want to know all of that, or if this video interests you, then make sure that you watch till the end. So a cluttered mind tries to move in many different directions, and the result is very little of the work gets done. So I'll tell you a better option. You definitely want to get more work done in a given period of time, isn't it? So here are the upcoming ways of how you can declutter your mind and get more work done in a given amount of time. I'm not saying that I've reached the ultimate peak of achieving that decluttered mind, but baby steps. So mental clutter can include so much stuff, but fortunately, there are strategies to help you out clean that space, get rid of unnecessary things. It's like getting rid of unnecessary phone storage. So let's begin with 10 ways to declutter your mind and get more work done so you can stop feeling overwhelmed and get more clarity. So the first step being declutter your physical environment. The clutter in the physical environment leads to the mental clutter, and that compels you to worry about something else that needs to be done. So get up, clean your room, clean your work desk, clean everything around you that's messy, and eventually you'll feel very satisfied, leading to your next step towards decluttering your mind. So the second way being write it down. I've always emphasized on writing everything. For example, writing diary entries or journals or facts or GK, anything would do. To-do list also counts. So write everything down. In the same way, you can choose any tool, any online tool or any notepad. I'd suggest get a notepad, because if we start jotting down the to-do list on our phone, then we'll be distracted by the social media or the notifications that keep coming. So you need to make sure that you go for a notepad. Then you can write everything. That doesn't need to be stored on your brain. It's like hard drive, and you can store all those bits of information that you think is important for you. For example, phone numbers or to-do list or ideas for your future projects, anything would do. So you can take a chill pill and store all those excess information from your brain onto a hard drive, i.e. the notepad. The next step being keep a journal. This is similar to the second one, but with more depth. Journal is for writing everything that constantly interrupts our thought process. If you are into journal writing, then that's well and good, but if you aren't, and if you want to start journaling, then you can start with some pointers. You can find everything on Pinterest. I've always mentioned, please go and download Pinterest. It's a gem of an app. For example, you can start with these pointers: things you're worried about, plans for achieving an important goal, or any concerns about any relationships that's draining your internal energy and peaceful state of mind. So just take any diary or any notebook and write everything down, and you will feel so relaxed. It's like a burden off our head. The fourth way being let go of the past. I know it sounds really bookish, or you would say filmy, but it really works. You have to go through those mental drawers of your past, grievances, of any opportunities that you have missed or anything that you regret doing. Just go through them and try to discard those memories. Just take your me time and think it through, and just discard those memories, or at least you can try, right? So the fifth is stop multitasking. So for example, when you're about to clean something, you start with something first, right? For example, you're about to clean your house, you start with kitchen or your bathroom or your room. So in the same way, devote your time to that important task and then move on to the next after you finish that one. And if in that time period anything else blocks your mind, then try to push that away and focus on that important task. So the next step being limit the amount of information. Too much information from various newspapers, articles, blogs, social media, etc. can really clog up the brain. So what you can do is allot time slots to each and every task, or when you are going to use social media, for when we are going to write articles or anything of that sort, and you can unsubscribe from any blog, newsletters or anything. I find it very satisfying to get rid of those unnecessary notifications, and it's really peaceful, I must say. You can do that and decide what's relevant to you and discard everything else that's not needed. Next step is be decisive. If you put off making decisions, then at a point of time your brain will overflow with all the decisions that you have to make. So the simple solution is be decisive. Approach the way how can you make decisions. For simple problems, you can approach a method by Benjamin Franklin. He told you to write all the pros and cons of the task that needs to be done, and after analyzing it, see what task has more pros, and then you can devote all your time towards it, and eventually you will have more clarity, right? Let me tell you, I still stumble upon sometimes, making decisions, like little decisions, but that helps me a lot to take baby steps, small steps, because let's be honest, Rome was not built in a day. So the next step being put routine decisions on autopilot. Routine decisions such as what to eat for breakfast, dinner, lunch, and then what to wear for work, etc., can really take a lot of space in your brain. So you can reduce that by putting all these tasks on autopilot. If you kind of get used to doing these tasks, and if you set a time period of each and every task to each and every day of the week, then eventually these things will happen automatically and you don't have to think too much before doing that job. For example, there is a popular TV sitcom, The Big Bang Theory. I know you must have watched all the seasons, and if you haven't, please go and watch it. So the main 4 characters of that show are scientists, right? And one of them is Sheldon Cooper. I know everyone's favorite. They're there. So if you have seen the show, you must have noticed he has a specific t-shirt for each day of the week, and he has a particular routine for what he has to eat for breakfast and for lunch and dinner, all of that stuff. And every Tuesday he goes to the Cheesecake Factory to eat with his friends, and on Saturday night at 8:15 it's laundry time. So he has a particular time for each and every work that he needs to do. Of course, he takes things a bit overboard, but you get the picture, right? Next is prioritize. Write down all the things that you think are priority to you. Write down all of those tasks and devote the major part of your brain towards completing those tasks, and discard everything else that's unnecessary, that you think is no relevance to you. And in that way, you'll see the task getting completed every day, and you will have a really peaceful state of mind. So the last way being meditate. Learn to focus on the present. Hear me out here, I'm really bad at meditating. I can't meditate constantly for 15 or 10 minutes, or you can say 5 minutes instead. So what I've done is I have found an equivalent way of meditating, that is reading or journaling or involving myself in some work that will disconnect me from the world that I'm in, right? So I try to do that at times. I love reading books. It's really satisfying to journal or read any book. Just pick up any book and it will do the wonders. Or if you don't want to read books, and if you're good at meditating, then that's well and good, you can meditate as well. It's like taking your brain through a car wash and having all those unnecessary thoughts washed away, right? So these were some of the ways that you can use or inculcate in your daily life to get rid of those extra clutter on your brain and lead to a peaceful state of mind where you can focus on things that need your attention or something that's important to you, and getting rid of everything else. So in case you want to have more depth into ways to declutter your mind, you can read some books, whether ebook or paperback. I'll suggest some books. For example, you can go with The Power of the Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy, or you can go with A Little Book of Happiness by Ruskin Bond, the famous book on Japanese approach to a happy life, Ikigai. The next would be Atomic Habits by James Clear, and the last is Declutter Your Mind by Barry Davenport and S.J. Scott. So these were some of the books. You can go through them and it will help you a lot to get through those mental clutters one by one and solve them at a time, and eventually get to a peaceful state of mind. So yeah, that's about it. Those are all the steps of how you can declutter your mind. If you found this video little bit relatable or helpful, then don't forget to like this video, comment down below, and we have hit 400 subscribers. Yay! Thanks to all of you guys who have supported me. May seem really small to some of you, but baby steps, and I'm happy that I have been putting up some energy into getting consistent on YouTube.
Oh my God!
And lastly, please share with your friends or family. That would mean a lot to me. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so that you get notified about any updates on my channel or any new video that's uploaded on my channel. So I'll see you soon on Sunday, and you can connect with me on my social media handles as well. I'll link everything in the description box, the links to those books in case you want to check them out. Until I see you next time, take good care of yourself, stay happy and stay healthy. Bye guys.